Hi, I'm Paul.
And I'm Mike, and you're watching the only live real estate show on the Emerald Coast.
And can you believe that it's already Turkey Month?
Let's get started. I'm pretty excited about what just went on this last Friday. We had the future site of the Okaloosa County Veterans Park just got underway. They had the groundbreaking ceremony last week. It's a tribute to the veterans who have done a great job for us, and there's so many of them here in our community. So I thought this would be a super nice project. But the park's going to consist of 14 acres, and it's going to be on a 35-acre site. They're going to have in that project, there's going to be a fish hatchery, and they're going to take fish and raise them and put them over into the Gulf. When they get to maturity, they're also redoing a golf course out there, so there's going to be mini golf. It's just going to be a super nice place for the vets to bring their kids and their grandkids out. It's just a nice thing for the community, and it's a good thank you to the vets for all they do.
Okay, well, here we are once again. We're going to share the numbers of October, and let me tell you, these numbers are off the chart. But as we get into that, I also want to break down and let you know why some things that are going to be happening, some things that you need to be aware of. So as we talk about this, again, we're talking about October this year compared to October last year for the Destin area. It includes the entire board, so it's an accumulation of everything. For our homes, well, guess what? Those numbers were up over last year, the price, by 32.9%. Yeah, 32.9% increased price over this time last year. And the condos, get this, the condos had a 62.6% increase in price. Now, before you sit there and kind of go off and fall out your chair right there, let me kind of share with you exactly what's going on. Now, keep in mind, even though we had an outstanding October, for the year itself, January to the end of October, were homes, those prices had about an 8.9% increase for homes. Condos had about a 4.4% increase over the year. So that kind of puts things back in perspective, but it does show that both the homes and the condos, the prices are going up. Now, one thing that you need to keep in mind along with that, and you got to take into consideration, and that's going to be, again, is your short sales, your bank-owned properties, and your traditional sales. Keep in mind, guess which one was the #1 category in both the homes and the condos? That's going to be your traditional sales. This year, and let's talk about the homes right now. Homes were up. Out of the short sales, REOs, and traditional homes, 66% of the sales contributed to traditional homes. Short sales and bank-owned properties have actually dropped down. Now, you're going to see the numbers bounce along the bottom as we go from month to month, but this is something that's very, very important because the traditional sale, those properties are getting more and more popular because last October we had a 56.6% of the sales contributed to the traditional owner versus this year it was up 10%. So that is something you want to be looking at. Also, we have another category that we really need for you to probably, and be great if you address your congressman, and that is going to be the Mortgage Forgiveness Relief Act. What that does is right now, and it's scheduled to expire December 31st, any sellers that are doing a short sale, well, starting next year, January 1, the deficiency amount is going to be taxed by the IRS. As it stands right now, the deficiency, the seller does not have to pay that. Along with the amount that's forgiven, so are the taxes. But next year, the seller will have to pay those taxes. So how will that have an effect on our sales? Well, here's a possible scenario. If you run into where the seller has to pay taxes, one thing that could happen is we're already down in numbers for short sale inventory. Now, next year, if you have a seller that you might be interested in a property and acquiring a short sale, if he has to pay taxes on that, there's a good chance he might not want to do the deal at all. So you might find that the short sale inventory is really going to get scarce, much less getting that seller to participate in the program, especially when he knows that he's going to be hit with taxes. He might just decide to walk away from the whole deal altogether. So really need everybody's support to extend that Mortgage Relief Act so that we can carry it into next year and really get the economy moving in a forward direction.
I want to thank all of you for joining us today and hope this was worthwhile.
And if you feel it is, pass it off to a friend, because we certainly like our family growing.
And if you're going to look for a piece of property or a condo,
don't forget to call the Shorey team.